Good morning. Yoda Gelt Kivanok. Start of another day. And you know what? I woke up this morning and I pulled up my phone and I achieved the 10,000 subscriber mark. And I looked around all over the bedroom and to see if there were balloons that had dropped or confetti that had dropped or anything like that. And nothing happened. Nothing out of the normal happened. Uh, I just went from having 9,990 whatever subscribers to 10,000 subscribers, and nothing happened. No, nothing at all happened. So, start of another day, and hmm, it's an interesting accomplishment to go from interesting accomplishment to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And, for somebody like myself that's in tune with YouTube, for somebody like myself that's in tune with YouTube, I fully realize 10,000 subscribers is a drop in the bucket compared to most. Compared to a lot, I should say, to a lot of YouTube bloggers. But still, it is I consciously made the decision right there to say nonetheless, to not say nonetheless, and instead say still. But so Judy out there, if she's still watching my videos, will probably say good on you, Tom. I think that's what they say down in Australia. Good on you, Tom. But anyway, so 10,000 subscribers onward we go. The next the next marker will be maybe 100,000. I'm not going to get all caught up in 15, 20, 30, that kind of stuff. It's all numbers. I let curiosity get the better of me today, and I looked at Skip Smith's channel to see how many subscribers my friend Skip Smith up in the Villages has. And as of this morning, Skip's got just over a quarter of what I've got. Skip's sitting at 26, something like 2643, 2,643 subscribers. And interesting thing though with Skip's videos and my videos, Skip may have a fourth of what I have in subscribers, but his daily videos that he does get something like 10 times the amount of views that my videos do. Maybe George has an answer for that up there in I think it's Pennsylvania where he's located. But Skip Smith's videos, he'll upload a video, and his video will get between 800 to like 1,200 views, and he's just sitting there in his easy chair talking about what's happening in the Villages. And I would imagine that's in great part because Skip Smith's videos are all centered on the Villages, and Skip Smith's subscribers are all interested in the Villages. And so that's probably why Skip has such a high percentage of views on each video that he does, whereas with my videos are primarily travel related videos, and people will be going to places like British Columbia, Hungary, Australia, Hawaii, etc., and they'll see a nice video, and for whatever reason they'll subscribe, but they're not interested in me spewing my thoughts in the morning over a cup of coffee. But it's all good. The other night, I should say, I was lying there in bed with my phone, and in doing so, I switched over to my YouTube channel and I clicked on videos. And I just started scrolling down the list because they put them in chronological order, descending chronological order. And as I sat there and I was scrolling through these videos, you know, you have the title of each video, like Zagreb and Budapest and Agad, etc., etc., etc. I just found myself thinking that it's just unbelievable. You know, the places, this recent trip, you know, this recent trip that I took, it's no different than any one of several other trips that I've taken over the years. But, you know, I just looked at those videos and I got to wipe the sleep out of my eyes. I looked at those videos and I just couldn't believe what I saw. You know, there was one, I think it hit home when I saw the video of, what was that little town that I stayed in? I stayed in a little town in Croatia called Varazdin or something like that. And I was just there for 2 nights, I think, passing through on my way to Zagreb. No, and matter of fact, I was there for 1 night, if I'm not mistaken, on my way to Zagreb for the, I think for the Christmas Advent. And, you know, I looked at that video and it just kind of hit home as to the extent of that trip that I took. Just absolutely amazing. But anyway, so now I'm playing around with ideas of a trip coming up, and the last thing that I want on this next segment of travel is bouncing all over the place like I did recently. So I spent some time yesterday looking at Airbnb and accommodations, and you gotta really sift through the crap in the city of Sydney, you know, if you want to find a halfway decent place to stay. But then I started looking at places up the coast from Sydney, like Byron Bay. There's a place called Byron Bay. You can Google that, Byron, Byron Bay, Australia. But I started searching on Airbnb for places going up the coast. And generally speaking, I'll look for places that are like $40, $50 a night. You know, and going up the coast, there's not, there's some pretty good options going up the coast. So we will see how that whole thing plays out. You know, I tentatively am planning to stay in Sydney for a short while. I also looked at last night the possibility of, instead of flying to Australia, or instead of flying to from LA to Hawaii to Australia, there is the possibility of going from LA directly to New Zealand. Go down to New Zealand, and then from New Zealand, stay there, and then catch a flight over to Australia. So that's another possibility. So time will tell. But anyway, so today is tax day. Today is tax day. I made an appointment. Usually I wait until April to do my income taxes. And as I want to be traveling in April, I want to get that behind me. So today is tax day, and that's what an involved process that is. Going over an entire year's worth of receipts and all that kind of crap. I've got an appointment on January 10th to do my income taxes, and so today is going to be spent starting to put all that mess together. But anyway, that's it. And about the truck, you know, the truck that I looked at yesterday. Somebody made a comment on that video. You know, it's interesting how that video got so many thumbs down on that video. But what a beautiful truck that is. It really is a beautiful truck. But you know, to go out and spend $65,000 on a truck, to go out and spend $65,000 on any vehicle is rather, no, I don't know if it's, I guess it's all relative. I guess it's all relative to one's financial disposition when it comes to the justification of buying such a vehicle. But as I was telling my sister last night, I don't need a vehicle. The camera keeps going in and out of focus, I'm noticing. But I don't need a vehicle. I don't need a truck. First of all, you gotta, do I need a truck or don't need a truck? You know, I have a camper sitting up in Ohio. I have a camper sitting up in Ohio that weighs about 4,000 pounds, and I dragged it all over the country last year with a Buick Enclave, and you know, I got to tell you that the anxiety of pulling that truck with the, I don't know what's going on with the camera today, so my apology, it keeps going in and out of focus, but the pulling that camper with my Buick was really a challenge, and it made the trip, and it would possibly make the trip again, but I don't necessarily want to do the trip with that anxiety involved. So having a truck with the capacity to pull that camper is a necessity, and it's just a matter of whether that truck need be a $65,000 truck or something less. But like I told my sister yesterday, I can by the time I'm ready for a truck, which will be April or May, I may very well be able to pick up a 2019 truck used, and that would save me a considerable amount of money. So time will tell. But anyway, that's it for the day. That's it for the day's thoughts. Hope everybody out there is having a great day, and take good care. All right. I don't know why the camera keeps going in and out of focus, but anyway. All right, take care, folks.